Hello, my name is Federico Vivanco, and we were honored to have hosted different talented African authors from different latitudes during the Finnish-African Literature Art Project. Our intention was to create awareness and promote African works, not only adult literature, but children's literature as well. We opened the Inside the Author's Mind section, interviewing Wami Molefe from Botswana, who gave us a panoramic view with regard to the xenophobic attacks against immigrants in South Africa, the issue of land, what is determined as home, homosexuality in Botswana, and several topics that shape a different view of how we see Africa from a Western perspective. We were delighted to have Ghanaian author Ayesha Haruna-Atta, who explained how she carried out her research on the participation of some Ghanaians in the slave trade and how this and her great-great-grandmother inspired her to write The Hundred Wells of Salaga. Later, we have the opportunity to talk with Wanjiku Wagugi and the process of deconstructing and reconstructing the depiction of Africa when she lived in Finland. We also talked about African literature, magical realism, and her new work, Seasons in Hippoland, which is scheduled to be released in October 2021. We had such a nice conversation with Wendy Luvinga, a Tanzanian-born author currently living in Finland, actually. She writes children's books both in Swahili and English, where her stories are inspired by African storytelling and folk tales. We talked, among many things, about the language instruction in Tanzanian classrooms, the importance of multicultural books, and the difficulties to find these sort of books in Helsinki. We also had Lemery Daini, a UK-based teacher and an award-winning children's author, who talked not only about what prompted her to write about her book, Giraffe's Eggs, but also her experience as a Black Francophone woman and immigrant in London, and the misrepresentations about Africa in her classroom. Both Wendy Luvinga and Lemery Daini were very passionate about promoting reading for children and advocating for diversity children's literature. We had hosted during the Finnish-African Literature Project a young and creative generation of female writers who have demonstrated experiences that are intrinsically women and beyond men's perception, that women are occupying a more central role in the publishing landscape than previously, and have demonstrated a gradual transformation in the representation of the African woman's role in society. Ayesha Haruna-Atta in Ghana, and sometimes in Nigeria and the US. Wami Molefe in Botswana. Wanjiku Wagugi in Kenya, Finland, and the US. Wendy Luvinga in Finland, and Lemery Daini in England. On behalf of the Finnish-African Society, I want to thank these writers for opening their doors and taking time out to have a chat with us with regard to their experiences as Black African women and the current African literature written in and out of Africa. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, friends and esteemed guests. Welcome to the FALA live event. Before we proceed, I'd kindly ask that we follow the COVID guidelines and remember to also keep a safe distance and then practice hand hygiene. It is with joy and gratitude that we're proud to present the Finnish-African Literature Arts live event, which is co-hosted with Oodi Library and funded by the City of Helsinki. This live event marks the closing of our FALA project, an initiative by the Finnish-African Society to promote African literary arts, among other activities. In this project, we have dived into authors' minds with our interviews, had artist performance from Afro-Finns and Africans, poets, painters, and countless book reviews in both Finnish and in English language. I'd like to take this time to thank a number of people who've made today possible. Samu and the kind folks from Oodi for their immense support and generosity. Notably, our project coordinator, Antoinette Wambuyi, I don't see her here, and then our African literature director, Federico Vivanco, all the way in Spain. Our Finnish book review contributors, the lovely ladies from POC Lukupiri, Thomas from Kirjasampo, our various authors for this interview, Wendy Luvinga, Wanjiku Wanduki, Molara Wood, Aisha Haruna Atta, Lena Marie Dena, and Wami Molefe. Nema Komba for her lovely poems, Bozina, Mad Eyes, Makumba Ndiaye, Malaika Mole, Seku Cesar, Elizabeth, our audience reviews, and to some for the lovely video coverage. Johanna Lestela, the team at the Society, and to everyone for their support. But most importantly, we'd like to thank the City of Helsinki for taking a chance on this project and also funding this project. My friends, the aim of this project was to promote inclusivity when it comes to literature and arts, and to highlight the talents and skills of people living with disabilities, and most importantly, to build a bridge between Finland and the continent of Africa to discover the rich cultural legacy of its literary giants. So to say, we are traveling the diversity of Africa through books. Books that unearth a different dimension of her people, those at home and abroad. That reveals the breadth and the beauty of the African identity. It is in this spirit that we celebrate this diversity through the collections of works that are also displayed here today on the third floor of Oodi until the August 31st, and will be available to borrow home. So please do enjoy our book exhibition. Today's program features music performances, spoken word, poetry, a book reading upstairs on the third floor, and an exhibition of our painters' work. The incredible support and attention towards the contemporary art, African books and art, has shown us that it is imperative that we create initiatives that would enable our audience in Helsinki and beyond to experience Africa. And so with pleasure, I will present you to the Ruffington project. Remy Kangas will share more later. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, on this very windy and grey day, and on behalf of the Finnish-African Society, I welcome you to traverse the beautiful continent of Africa with us through books, arts, and music. And we hope that this would also inspire you to read, share your story, your passion with everyone. And, just visit our website also if you want to learn more about the society. So it's www.finnish-african-society.fi. And also check out the exhibition and all the stuff we have. So I will now introduce you to Remy Kangas. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Sarah. Now we're going to talk about Ruffington Jones. Dear friends, Ruffington Jones is a completely new kind of art and media concept and a project as well. The main purpose of it is to arouse interest in Africa and Africanness, or African identity, in other words. Its purpose is to bring perspectives closer and bring together features from both Finnish and African traditions through art and writings. The main character of the project is the imaginary artist and researcher named Ruffington, whose family roots are in both cultures. The name Ruffington is a product of one sort of fantasy, but it can be associated with, for example, a famous media platform, a news aggregator, and a blogging community called the Huffington Post. Ruffington not only produces the art and writing him or herself, but he or she distributes and curates them diligently on his or her upcoming ruffingtonjones.com website. The deeper meaning under single works of art is to promote the mutual understanding of Africa and African here in Finland and in the native continent and elsewhere, as we know how the diaspora has spread. Ruffington gathers a team of makers, artists, and influential persons also from business to politics, who share the same passion to promote better understanding of African culture. At first, it is going to happen under Ruffington's brand, like an umbrella of creative influencers with a joint mission. Today, we already see some of Ruff's own art too. Here, free. In his or her art, Ruff tries to study certain aspects. He or she finds a common ground. As soon as we start to better understand the differences and similarities with our cultures, we are ready to do everything else, from business to education to technology and so forth. This is going to be very cool, so stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Remy. So this project we're quite excited about, and we ask you all to stay tuned, and we'll share more then once we have more. But thank you so very much. And then off to the program, we're a bit behind, but I'd like to start by introducing, bringing on stage Wendy Luvinga. So Wendy is a children's book author, so she will introduce herself. And then Wendy will be having her book reading on the third floor around 1:22, which is past. But so Wendy will introduce herself, and then after that we'll have a music performance. If Wendy could come a little bit closer, so our live audience would see you.
So hello, my name is Wendy Luvinga. I'm from Tanzania, and I write children books, stories. My books are also here in Finnish libraries. And in a few minutes, I'll be upstairs reading. So.
And we've also interviewed Wendy also, so if you want to check out more under the FALA project, just visit our website and then also check out her interview. So just to go through the program again, so we'll have a music performance by the lovely Chico Moya. Yes, and then follow that with a break so you can talk to the artist. And we have our table over there. You could also go inside. There's some nice fun facts also. And then also the third floor. And then that would be followed then by poetry by Nema. You see Nema somewhere? Yes. So Nema will be performing some poems for us. And then we will introduce our artist, or Malaika Molel will introduce herself. Then we'll have some spoken word from Vivian Bozina, followed by Seiku, our next artist, who's also part of the FALA project. And then we'll have Elizabeth, who will do a Yoruba poem. Makumba is not able to join us, but he's also one of the artists we have had. And then we'll have Ike, who will talk about his book, and then also perform for us, and then we'll close with Frank. So if we give a hand of applause to welcome Chico Moya to serenade us. Thank you.
What? Hello, everyone. The moon was bright. I remember late that night how you came walking, girl, so fine. Vanilla cream skin, pale against the brown-eyed in, old sweet loving, cursed as sin. You're the honey in my tea, you're my wind when I'm at sea. You're the light that keeps on shining bright. You're the hope in my heart, light in the dark. You are my dear. Oh, my dear. Hated by the Lord, but our love was strong, and so still we stood together, hand in hand. There was a time the oppression seemed too high, tried to break my spirit, but you were mine. You're the honey in my tea, you're my wind when I'm at sea. You're the light that keeps on shining bright. You're the hope in my heart, lying in the dark. You are. You're the honey in my tea, you're my wind when I'm at sea. You're the light that keeps on shining bright. You're the hope in my heart, light in the dark. You are my dear. You're the honey in my tea, you're my wind when I'm at sea. You're the light that keeps on shining bright. You're the hope in my heart, light in the dark. You are. You're the hope in my heart, light in the dark. You are. You are my dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us, even though it's really windy. So now happening upstairs then is Wendy's book reading.
Everybody. Today I'm going to read my story, Hamisi the Complaining Lizard. Here is the book. It's illustrated by Louis Michael, and I designed the story. So hello, my name is Wendy Luvinga, and today I'm going to read Hamisi the Complaining Lizard. It's a story, the background is set in East Africa, in Tanzania, and so there will be some Swahili words as well. So it goes like this. Once upon a time in the wild forest of Tanganyika, there was a little lizard whose name was Hamisi. Now Hamisi was not ordinary lizard. He was taller than other lizards, and his skin had colors like a rainbow. Indeed, he was a very beautiful lizard. All the other lizards were envious of his beauty, but Hamisi was never content with anything. He always complained. So there is a beautiful Hamisi who had very beautiful rainbow colors. Ah, it's morning again, he sighed each day when he woke up. He was neither satisfied with the shining sun nor pouring rain. He complained when it was cold, and he complained when it was hot. He whined when he was hungry. He continued when he was full. Hamisi's mother tried to please him in different ways, but nothing could make him happy. And there he is, our very own Hamisi. There it's raining and he complained. And when it's sun, he also complained. So one cold morning, Hamisi and his mother were sitting on high rock. His mother basked in the bright morning sun. Hamisi began to complain. Ah, our lives are very hard, he whined. We eat insects every single day. When are we going to try another type of food? He was asking his mom. He was tired of eating the same food every day. Hamisi continued to grouch. Nobody notices us. We are just lizard. We're just small and our life are not exciting at all. But look, there are big animals. Their lives are exciting and wonderful. Hamisi sighed loudly. Oh, I wish I was born a gazelle. Then I would be fast and graceful with a beautiful long horn on my head. I would walk elegantly and run and dance in the forest with all the other animals. And there is gazelle. And Hamisi wished to be a gazelle. He was not happy that he was just a lizard. While Hamisi was still whining, they heard a loud sound. Duh! When they looked down, now you remember Hamisi and his mother were sitting on a rock, talking. So they heard a loud sound and they had to look down. What is happening down? When they looked down, they saw a group of hyena chasing a gazelle who was running very fast. But the group of hyena were running faster and soon they caught up with the gazelle. This is what Hamisi and his mother saw. There's gazelle running very fast and group of hyena chasing the gazelle. Witnessing the attack with a shock and sadness, Hamisi moved close to his mother. His mother hugged him gently, and after a long silence, she said, "My son, do you still wish you were born a gazelle?" Hamisi did not say anything. As the sun rose in the noon sky, Hamisi's mother moved into the cave to rest, while Hamisi remained on the warm rock pondering his mother's question. There is Hamisi and there is what he was saying with the gazelle. Hamisi was sitting quietly when suddenly a big hawk, there it is, swept down and caught Hamisi on his tail. Without a doubt, the hawk intended to eat him. Hamisi was shocked and frightened, but with determination and skill, he quickly rolled himself in different directions, flip-flopping back and forth, back and forth. Hamisi managed to wiggle free and escape from the hawk grasp. He ran away without being badly injured, but he was missing part of his beautiful tail. Here is Hamisi with beautiful tail. The hawk took it during the struggle. Hamisi ran into the cave. Mother, mother. He was saying actually, mama, mama, look, hawk wanted to eat me. He cried while breathing very fast. But I escaped and ran away, he proudly told his mother. Then, starting to tremble and cry, Hamisi said, "But my beautiful tail was taken." His mother pulled him close and said, "My son, you are a brave lizard. I'm very proud of you. And you don't need to be afraid of losing your tail, because in a few weeks' time, it will grow back." His mother explained gently. And there's Hamisi without his tail. "Really, my tail will grow again? That's great news," Hamisi exclaimed gracefully. Hamisi continued, "Mother, today I've learned that all animals, both big and small, have challenges. To be a small animal is not such a bad thing. Poor gazelle, he could not escape being eaten by hyenas. But me, I escaped from hawk's mouth." "That's definitely true, my son," his mother said. "There are many things that we small animals can do, which the larger animal cannot do." "Mama, I don't wish to be a big animal ever again," Hamisi said. His mother was truly happy to hear that, and she said, "So now, you don't consider that the lives of lizards are also worthwhile?" "Absolutely. Even though I'm not a big and I don't have a big, beautiful horn, I'm fast and I am skillful. I can walk proudly too," he exclaimed, as he began to do Fancy's work. "Come, mother, let's try." Hamisi and his mother started to mimic Hamisi's elegant lizard walk. And there is Amisi and his mother. So the walk goes like this, that you put the head held high, first move left, then move front, one step back, then to the right, and again to the left. A joyful lizard walk. That is what Amisi and his mother were doing. The next morning, Amisi was the first to wake up. Mother, wake up, look at the sun, it's rising. Listen, mother, the birds are singing beautiful song. They are singing for us. It's a new day, another chance to do whatever makes us happy. His mother smiled, and from that day on, Amisi started to appreciate his life and everything that made him special. And he became the happiest little lizard in the whole forest. The end. So that's where Amisi and his mother. Thank you. Thank you. So I started to write this story. The main objective was to bring together idea that even if somebody is small or somebody look different or somebody doesn't have anything, they also have their own strength and their own beauty within them, and we don't have to look at others or a certain type of people or things for us to wish that we could look inside and find what is beauty within ourselves and what is our own strength. So this journey of Amisi show how in the beginning he didn't appreciate, or at least he didn't know, that he is also skillful, and later he realized. And this Amisi is agama. It's a lizard which is there's a lot of agama lizard in Tanzania, also in East Africa, and that's why I created the story of agama lizard.
So next on the program, we're going to have the lovely Nema, who is going to introduce herself and then do some poems for us. So Nema is also an author, so she's also featured in the project as well. So off to you, Nema. Thank you.
Moi kaikille. Nimeni on Nema Komba. Olen runoilija Tansaniasta. And that's the end of my Finnish. In Finland, there are beautiful flowers you will see on the roadsides, and I hope everyone can hear me. You'll see them on the roadsides besides the forest. They're called lupins. Now, they happen to be invasive species and that they don't belong in Finnish nature. And whenever I see them, I think about immigration, voluntary and non-voluntary migration. I think about invasion as well, and I think about not belonging. And this poem is called Alien, and it's for anyone who has ever felt like they don't belong. When they call you names, you hide in the field with other alien flowers. Your cotton hair firmly stands next to tapered petals on a long stalk. The lupin, it reminds you of corn and unicorns. You want to weep. When you feel like you don't belong, when you are afraid, because they have refused to know you, because they don't see you beyond your covered head or your colored skin. You wonder if you could scrub the black off your skin like new potatoes, whether they would want you then, whether they would accept you, whether they would see you. But I see you. I see you. And all the beautiful ways that you bright up the room. I see you. and you belong here, along with every other flower. Thank you. Now, we're going to shift gears a little bit and think about the pandemic. And this is called sneezing in 2020, but I guess you can also say 2021. Sneezing in the bus is an act of terror. Sneezing in the bus is an act of terror. You cannot do it recklessly like the old days and say, "Excuse me," expecting a chorus of bless yous and good wishes. You must think before you sneeze. You must think before you sneeze. Analyze the criticality and the urgency of the release. Prepare the inside of your elbow for the seize. Find a suitable spot, preferably off the bus and way off the street. Now, you must learn to stuff your sneezes. Capture and swallow the dust with your mind until your eyes swell, redden from the restraint, and the crisis is averted. Once, I failed to repress it, and it ripped out of me like a big bang, loud and unrelenting, forcing everyone to hold their breath in horror. And when the bus finally stopped, their eyes all but pushed me out of the bus, despite my wearing a mask and sneezing into a well-prepared elbow. Thank you.
Another round of applause. Thank you so much, Nema. Yes, we must analyze the criticality of a sneeze these days. So on our program next, we have the lovely Malaika Mole, who will introduce herself and her art. So a round of applause for Malaika.
Hi guys, can you all hear me? Perfect. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. Oh yes. Hi guys, my name is Malaika Molel, and I started painting when the world shut down last year, 2020. It started as my hobby, and now it has actually become my business. So I'm painting these characters with African backgrounds, as I'm Finnish and Tanzanian myself. I grew up here in Finland, so usually I'm used to seeing white people on the art around me. So when I started painting myself, I wanted to make something different, something fresh, something that reminds me of people who look like me. So I started painting these characters. You'll find some of them on this table right here. I want to reach as a big audience as possible and every budget. So I'm also making prints out of my paintings, and now as a new thing, I also started making these outfits out of my paintings as well. So feel free to check out my website, molelmalaikaart.com. You can also grab my business card from the table, and also my Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram, so feel free to check out my account. And yeah, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much, Malaika. So next we have Bozina, if I can find her. Yes. Okay. We have a break, so we'll take our break now. So feel free to check out the art. We also have our stand if you want to know more about the society. And we also, just so you know, if you go on our website, there's information on discounted books. We have a campaign with Adlibris, so you get to see all the books that we have featured in Finnish, English, so you can buy them at discounted prices. And we're also here, so you can talk to us. So we'll take a 2-3 minutes break, and then we will continue with our performances. Thank you so very much.
So my name is Heini. I work here in Oodi, and Oodi is a central library in Helsinki, and also Oodi has a national role as a pilot library, which means we are developing new things, and also we have things that other libraries still don't have, such as the logistic robots and also services on the makerspace floor that other libraries still don't have on their service. Well, the easiest way is either to go to the web library and search there, or come to any Helmet library or other public libraries and ask for the personnel. We don't have a specific like requirement to get books that are demanded by the customers, but we certainly, that is the thing we do if a customer wants us to get some material that we still don't have. We of course try to get it, but it usually depends on the availability, that whether we can have it on our collections or not. Translated authors such as Nigerian Akweke Emesi and Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie have increased the interest in like African literature as a whole. So those are good examples of authors that are like have been demanded. I think FALA is doing an amazing and important work in bringing up literature from different African countries, and the exhibition has gained interest throughout the display period, and that's also a good example of how representation in institutions such as library is really important in increasing inclusivity and like interest and knowledge in things that are not so much on display in, for example, libraries. Well, actually, I would like to share like top 3 books that I'm reading now. I have been reading this summer. So at the moment, I'm reading a book from Emmi Itäranta, which is Kuun päivän kirjeet. This is kind of like a dystopian sci-fi book. And even though I'm in the beginning, it's really good, and I truly can recommend it to everyone. And also top 2 of my books from the summer that I have already read have been Jani Toivola's biograph Rakkaudesta. I love it, and I love all of his books. And also Koko Hupara's novel Pehi. So those are my recommendations to every reader. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we continue, if the wind permits us. Wow, okay. I'm just wondering amongst our audience if anyone can name the 3 books of Chinua Achebe's trilogies. You get a special gift. Does anyone? If you can name it in one, you don't have to name all 3. Yes, of Chinua Achebe. Yes, Achebe's trilogies. Can anyone name one? Things fall apart. Okay, another one. The competition has to be tough. No longer at ease, okay? One more. Going once. Going twice. Chinua Achebe's trilogies. Who can name all the 3 for a lovely prize? Things fall apart. No longer at ease. What's the other one? So I'm guessing it's going once, twice, twice. Okay, so it's Things Fall Apart, No Longer at Ease, and Arrow of God. But yes, so you get to win a lovely bookmark from the society. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, so we continue our program. We're going to hear a very lovely poem. This time we're shifting. We're traveling all the way to Nigeria with Elizabeth. Elizabeth is going to introduce herself, and then she's going to give us a poem in the Yoruba language. So a round of applause to welcome Elizabeth on stage. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. In Yoruba we say ẹnlẹ́ o, mo kí yín o. Ṣé àlàáfíà lẹ wà? Orúkọ tèmi ni Ìbùkúnolúwa Elizabeth. And then in Yoruba when we want to say welcome, we say ẹ káàbọ̀. Ẹ káàbọ̀. So mo kí gbogbo yín ẹ káàbọ̀. The poem I'm about to recite is written by one of our legend Yoruba poets called Chief J.F. Odunjo. And then the title of the poem is Iṣẹ́ ni Ògùn Ìṣẹ́, which simply translated, work is the antidote or the medicine for poverty. So if you don't want to be poor, got to be what? Do your work and then work very hard and pray for favor. Let's go. Iṣẹ́ ni ògùn ìṣẹ́. Múra sí iṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Iṣẹ́ ni a fi ń di ẹni gíga. Bí a kò bá rẹ́ni fẹ̀yìntì, bí ọ̀lẹ là á rí. Bí a kò bá rẹ́ni gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, à á tẹra mọ́ iṣẹ́ ẹni. Ìyá rẹ lè lówó lọ́wọ́, kí bàbá rẹ lẹ́ṣin léèkàn, tí o bá gbójúlé wọn. Ó tẹ́ tán ni mo sọ fún ọ. Ohun tí a kò bá jìyà fún, ṣé kì í lè pẹ́ ọjọ́? Ohun tí a bá fara ṣiṣẹ́ fún, ní ń pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni. Apá lára, ìgùnpá níye kan. Tí ayé bá ń fẹ́ ọ lónìí, tàbí tí o bá wà ní ipò àtàtà, ayé á yẹ́ ọ sí tẹ̀ríntẹ̀rín, jẹ́ kí o dẹni rágó, kó wá wí bí ayé tí ó máa yín mú sí ọ. Wọ́n máa yín mú sí ọ ni o. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà sì tún wá sọ, òwe náà tún wá sọ fún wa pé ìyà ń bẹ fọ́mọ tí ò gbọ́n, ẹkún ń bẹ fọ́mọ tí ń sá kiri. Má fi òwúrọ̀ ṣeré ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Múra sí iṣẹ́, ọjọ́ ń lọ. And that is the end of the poem. Thank you. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ ṣeun. And ẹ ṣeun in Yoruba is thank you. Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you, everyone.
So thank you so much, Elizabeth. And I don't know if you mentioned she's also teaching language as well?
Yes. I didn't introduce myself very well. Like I said, my name is Elizabeth Ibukunoluwa, and I'm also an educator. I teach at the Helsinki Elementary School. I actually teach Yoruba language there. So if anyone wants to learn Yoruba language, please kindly contact me. Then we can have, let's learn about the Yoruba language. Let's go to Africa, and specifically Nigeria. God bless.
Thank you so very much, Elizabeth, for taking us all the way, for taking us all the way to Nigeria. So next up, we have Bozina, who will do her spoken word. And so a round of applause for Bozina. Thank you.
Negra, noir, moindo. I am not a grateful black woman, and I am tired of being quiet, of playing it small, of being silent, imposter syndrome, feeling inferior, always on my best behavior, so as not to offend those who have already made up their minds to be offended by the mere thought of my existence. No, I am not a grateful black woman. I deserve to be here, to breathe this air, to live this life, to occupy this body and to walk this land. to be creative and to own the fruits of my labor exclusively, to be excellent and proud, love and joy and loud, free to express every part of me in every way. And yes, that also means angry. I can and I will be an angry black woman when I want and how I want, without you policing me. I am not a grateful black woman, and that bothers me. You long to put me back in pockets, you know, in the back, on the bottom, preferably with your foot upon my neck. No, I am not a grateful black woman, and you used to be able to do something.
The machine stopped cooperating. And the second poem is called I Often. It also had an audio, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it without the audio. And this is a love poem, and it goes something like this. I often wonder how it will be when you and I finally meet, how it will feel to be loved by you and you by me. I often daydream of the possibilities of our reality being all that I've imagined and then some. I've often fantasized about your hands on my thighs, locked eyes on a high, but just as soon had to slow it down. There's no use awakening something before it's time. I often find myself thinking about who you are, wherever you are, however you are. But between now and the third line of the first stanza, I leave you in God's hands until He lets me hold you in mine. That was I Often. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much, Vivian Bozina. Sorry. Thank you, Bozina, for the lovely poem. And do well to check her out. She's been a really invaluable asset to the FALA project. So thank you. A round of applause, everyone. So just to continue, one more giveaway. So the first giveaway went to Mr. Ike. Now the next one is if anyone can name the latest book from Chimamanda Ngozi. What is her latest work? I'm assuming we have fans of Chimamanda Ngozi. I'll make it easy. Who can name at least 3 of some of her books? Let's go. Okay. Oh, wait, one at a time. So half of the Yellow Sun. Yes. Wait, what? Okay, next one. Americana, 1. Okay, who else? Purple Hibiscus. Another one. You have to beat the rest. Okay, half it. She said 2. So you have to top the 2. Okay, so you said 3. Okay, she said 3. So anyone can top 3? Chimamanda books. Can anyone top 3 of her books? No?
Well, if that person is an Americana.
Yes, wait. Yes? Yes?
Americana.
Yes, but you need one more. 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 But it's a tie. So the 2 of you are winners and you both get gifts. Thank you so much. A round of applause. All right. So next up we have Sekou. So Sekou would introduce himself and someone has to protect Sekou's art. Thank you. And I need to. Thank you. So introduce yourself.
Moi, mä oon Sekou Sisei. Ei kuulu. Nyt. Moi, olen Sekou Sisei, syntynyt ja varttunut Gambiassa. Muuttanut Suomeen 2010. Onks nyt parempi? Like this? Should it be on here?
No, like your hand around the head of the man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That helps. Okay. So I'll just continue with English since it's easier. Hi, my name is Sekou Cisse. I'm 23 years old. I'm an artist. Those three out there are my art. I'm also a designer. I like designing clothes a lot. So why I paint? Art is life for me at the moment. I used to play football a lot, you know, but then I got injured and then I had to find something. I started with photography and then I went into drawing and then I ended up with art, and so far it's been awesome. Yeah, so the style, it doesn't have a name yet, so I don't know what to call it. You can look at it and give it a name. But the theme that you see behind me is the latest collection that I have coming out. It's these three are part of 13 paintings. There's only 3 out there at the moment, and it's more about kids, just young people, mostly from Africa, Black. And the one on the right over there, this is not my guitar. It's from the book Beast of No Nation. I don't know if you guys know it. Yeah, Beast of No Nation. That's the child soldier there. It resonates with me a lot because I grew up with my brother in an orphanage and stuff. So because of that, I did that. Yeah, and the rest, like, I don't like to explain my art too much because I feel like the art is in the person that's looking at it. And if I tell you already what you're supposed to see when you look at it, there is no art because I already explained it. So I would just say, if you want to understand it better, imagine having an imagination in which your imaginary friend has an imagination and the two of you are having a conversation. Yeah? Okay, and I'll read this short poem for you guys based on this collection that's coming out. I hope you like it. My roots are my past. The tree is the present me. The fruits are my future. What are my leaves for? A question that has been dancing on my mind to the tones of confusion and curiosity. What are my leaves for? Maya Angelou spoke about the rainbows in our clouds. They are our heroes and sheroes, people who have paved ways for us through sweat, blood, and tears, losing their lives with a smile on their faces, believing regardless of their roots being cut, trees chopped, fruits stolen, but their leaves spread wide, providing shade for the next generation, for them not to burn in the hot sun. They planted the seeds from the only fruit that they had left, praying on their roots to grow deep and run deep. Trees grow tall and strong, fruits ripe, sweet and juicy, leaves spread wide like wings, wide and free, and hence find their way back home. What are my leaves for? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was really lovely. Thank you so much, Sekou. To continue our program, we're supposed to have one artist, but he's not able to join us, Makumba. But if you visit our website, you'll find his work and then an interview as well. So to continue, we have Mr. Ike, who will join us on stage. He will introduce himself, talk about his book, and then he has a performance then for us. So a round of applause for Mr. Ike. So a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Can this go higher than this? Hello, thank you. I wish this can come a little bit higher. Yeah, my name is Ike. Ikechukwu Udechime. Ike is just my artist name, Ike Chime for short. I'm from Nigeria and of Igbo extraction. I'm a man of many caps, but first of all, I have to talk about my book. Yeah, let the wind blow. It's part of the blessing. Yeah, I have a book here with me with the title War Child of Biafra. The War Child of Biafra. And then the war child in this book is me. So I wrote this memoir based on my experience in the Biafran enclave, one as a refugee, then as a Red Cross volunteer, and then finally I ended up, being a boy soldier, and then I became I got apprehended, I became a war prisoner. So it's full of all kinds of things, It's just a story of a 15-year-old caught in the web of what he doesn't know and found himself playing all kinds of roles in it. So that is the main core of this book. You can find it on Amazon, and I hope you find it interesting. So that is, by the way. And then I have a giveaway for this book. If anyone can answer the simple question, like what year did the Biafra War take place, and what year did it end? Anybody, apart from if you are Igbo Nigerian, don't answer this question. Yeah. No. No. Anybody? Yeah, it's in the 60s. Yeah, but 60? 67, right? And when did it end? No. It ended 70. Well, for a good try. One copy for you. You see me later after this. Give me a round of applause. I'm a guy who likes interactive, a performance. So sometime, I can't remember what year it was, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a big event of this same arena, which had to do with anti-discrimination, and there were up to about 500 or more people. It was really large, and I had the honor of doing the opening, and I did some interaction with this great number of people. And of course, also at the parliament, I've already used the same method. So I want you to try it out with me, and I bet you'll find it interesting. It's a song that says, "We are happy we are together." It's a song used traditionally to do communal work. So we are all together in this, so let us build that kind of energy. So how does it go? The word goes like this: Kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. Everybody say it. Kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. One more time. Kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. So this is what is a call response. So I'll call and you respond. The same every time, right? Are we ready? Yes. Okay, here we go. Kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. Everybody. Kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. Naje kilele, kilele, awo, awo, kilele. Kilele, kilele. lo and bo and jo and say, avo awo kilele, ho, kilele, kilele. Okay, let's take it a bit higher. Naje kilele, kilele, avo kilele, 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 avo. Naje kilele, kilele, avo kilele, 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 avo kilele, kilele, avo kilele, 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 avo kilele. Ouch. Thank you. Okay. Haven't done that, I thought that I would have, if we had some playback facility, I would have done some ready-made songs, but now I'm going to do some instrumental, jamming with my Kalimba. This is the Kalimba, the oldest African college melody instrument, which is made up of metal sling that you just, which is sometimes called the thumb piano. We have a lot of it in Africa. It's the oldest instrument, and it is what kantele is to the Finns, to Africans. In different places in Zimbabwe, it's called mbira. In Tanzania and parts of Kenya, it's the Kalimba. And in Nigeria, it is called the Obo in Igbo land. And in the Congo area, it's called the Likembe. Right. Okay. And also, it has other names in other places. So let's listen to this. Finally, I do you a children's folk song, the typical Igbo children's folk song. This song talks about fruits. And the fruits, in particular here, it talks about a fruit called Oto. Oto is a wild fruit. It's more like a berry, but a bigger form of berry. And then Udala is another one, which is I can't remember the English name now, but it's not very common, anywhere else, or in the West here. You can't find it anywhere. The Udala is a bit gummy and very, very highly nutritious and medicinal. Ulunenu yege yege ochato yege yege. Utu isato yege yege udalaza yege yege. Utu yege yege ochato yege yege. Utu isato yege yege ochato yege yege. Utu isato yege yege ochato yege. Manu no patu no di Thank you. And please remember to check this out. And for the winner, you can see me after this.
Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much. So thank you. That was really lovely. We really enjoyed it. Yes. So now to be wrapping up our event. So we'll have one more poem from the lovely Nema, and then we'll be closing our event. But just to remind you then that inside we've got some fun facts if you've seen them. So do check them out, watch our video, go upstairs, check out the books about the exhibition. You'll find them, they're very distinct. And yeah, and then also just come and talk to us. We have our stand there. But a round of applause for the lovely Nema.
So this is completely unplanned, but the year was 2007, a young high school graduate dreaming about marriage and my mom freaking out. So I wrote this poem called To My Potential Husband, and I hope you can hear me from the back. Aki, sorry, it's before you. To my potential husband, open up your heart and your wallet. Give me your love and all your money. I don't care what age you are, just buy me a new car. Let's sell your house and live in a bar. I will take you to the skies if you buy me a plane. I'll even show you heaven. I will fly in circles. 10 years later, if you still own your shares, you'll be a married man, happily married to me. I'll be married to your wealth, happily spending your cash. My love for you will never die till bankruptcy do us part. Thank you. You can check out my poems from nemakomba.com.
Thank you so much for that. That was really interesting. Another round of applause. Thank you, Nema. That was really great. Thank you. You can visit her website and then also check out her work for us. So now to close the program, I'd like to welcome our project director, Frank. And Frank is with the Finnish-African Society, and he also very instrumental, by the way, for this project to happen, actually. So a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Frank. So Frank will close us off, and you're free to enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Welcome to our amazing exhibition today. Art and culture has been part of humanity since a time immemorial. And the FALA project is leveraging on that, on art and culture to connect Finland and Africa. This is a very good platform for us to borrow from our different worlds, and through the project activities, we've been able to create a bridge through the literary works to connect Africa and Finland. And this has also been a good experience for the Finnish-African Society through the FALA project that we've adapted to the new normal. If you check on our Facebook page and on our website, we have actually been having performing arts and creative arts deliver different lessons and connect the continent and the two, Finland and Africa, in very passionate literary ways for all of us. During summer periods like now, when spirits for festivals are awoken and the mood for us to connect with each other is even illuminated and increases, the magical sun, art and culture rekindles what life in the normal was all about. We have seen how art and culture plays a role in integration for immigrants from Africa, and through you and through the project, we hope and envision a world where Africa and Finland are one in the long run, because we are all the same. I use this opportunity to thank a very great team that helped put this together. We have the chairperson of the society, Sarah, who's here and has been very keen putting all this together. And we've also had Emma, who's somewhere there and has played a very key role in putting all this together for us to have this connection. And then behind the scenes, we have a project team that has been working together, a management team of the Finnish-African Society that has been meeting regularly and making sure that we have an amazing experience and that we get together and have a good time on this particular day. And we also have a Finnish board that has been supportive throughout. So we are anchored on very amazing support system, and because of you, we are having this amazing event. We have collaborators and partners like Remy Kangas that has given us an interesting story about the Ruffington Jones that is also connecting Africa and Finland in a very unique yet imaginary way. We have the Helsinki Van Art project that has been promoting inclusion and is collaborating us. And Oodi Library, I think we need to give a hearty clap to the Oodi Library for this accepting to host us. And to you that is here today and those who are watching us from wherever you are, we say a big thank you because you're a part of this event in a major way. And to close with the words of Mother Teresa, I'd like to say that spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. I hope we will have, at the end of this day, a happier you who is watching and a happier you who is going to enjoy what we still have for you. So thank you very much and enjoy everything else that we still have ready for you. Take a walk at the stands, check on the posters that we have inside and on the third floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Frank. And I'd like to say a thank you to Mayfred. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mayfred for volunteering. Thank you. And also to Vivian also for volunteering. And then also to Sam. A huge thank you for covering everything. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the fun facts and have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye.